So continue to work on my tent, and we have a kind of an issue here. In my zeal to get this rainfly up, I actually did not put it on correctly, and I'll go ahead and show you the problem. So we enter here. Here is the jack for the wood stove that's going to be coming in here, and that's where the flap on the rainfly is. So, and the reason they're misaligned is because that is supposed to. I actually had to flip the whole thing over, and then that should be aligned with this right here. So it's going to be a big task, but I got to get it done because it could be raining. All right, so they're now lined up now that I've reversed the rainfly. So I was able to do it just using just the guy ropes. I didn't have to actually take it off at all. I just loosened all four corners, moved one end underneath, moved the other end over, and just pulled them towards each other until they flipped over. And that is the result. So it's close enough. I mean, it's not an exact match, but as you can see here, we're going to have two flaps that open up, and the stovepipe will go through there. I will be looking at getting a silicone gasket for it. And all right, so I'm inside the tent here, and as you can see, I'm building out the interior a little bit to give it some stability with plywood. And so I'm going to continue building this around, and even portions of the front as well. So getting back to the rainfly, I've been in contact with the company, walltentshop.com, and so that's what we're dealing with is a little bit of shortage. What they're advising is to go ahead and shorten this up a bit because they do not, they outsource these rainflies, so they don't have one that's like a foot longer, which is what I would have liked. They did go ahead and offer me a $100 credit on my order, which I appreciate that. I mean, they're trying to do something. But what they advise is to go ahead and shorten this up a bit. And I kind of want to do that anyway, and I'll show you why. Come back in here. So this is actually just the right size for this, but it brings it up against the plywood corners. I do have Gorilla Tape, as you can see here on the plywood corners, but I really don't want any tension there at all. So for more than one reason, what I'm going to do is go ahead and take out some of these ridges and eaves. In fact, I'm actually going to do it just to the first section here, and then probably to the gable extension as well, and go ahead and shorten these by an inch, and that will give this more play in the corners so that it doesn't start tearing there if it becomes more tense, and then also we'll go ahead and readjust the rainfly, and it'll look better. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Still haven't moved in here. I'm kind of anxious to do that, and I probably will start within the next couple of days. But I got a lot of work to do. So I'm in the process of getting the first ridge beam ridge pull removed. And the way that I'm doing that, I'm using this ratchet strap here across 4 sections. So from there to there, and pulling them tight in an effort to create some space on the end here on this ridge pull to hopefully be able to work it out. And so we'll see if this works. Okay, so I'm up here on top of a ladder. Very dangerous place to be. What I'm doing is I have a different ratchet strap, and I'm gonna have to pull at this end too. So I'm putting this outside so I can create a situation which I can pull with a ratchet strap right on this side and one on this side, because what I'm finding that as I'm trying to work this apart, the pull is going both ways. So there is room, but I can't get it to go just one direction. So I need to get these further apart. So I'm lowering it through the flap at the apex on one end, and here I am outside. So that's from the outside, and as you can see, it's not exactly going to reach the nearest anchor point, which is this tree. So we'll go ahead and improvise with the use of another ratchet strap. So that's anchored to the tree, connected right here. And go ahead and see if we can get enough opposing tension to get these far enough apart that I can work out that ridge pull. So, all right, I'm going to step back so I can give you a look at what I'm doing. You see, it's right coming out right there through the flap, through the apex flap. There's the first, and there's a second ratchet strap anchored to the tree. All right, so let me see if I can get just a little bit more. No, it doesn't want to do it anymore. All right. All right, so let's see if that helps on the inside. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and release the tension on the corner anchors because I need more play up there. I got to have more play up there in order. I mean, the only thing holding the frame from being pulled further apart is the tent itself, and that's not a good thing because if I apply too much tension, the tent itself is going to rip. So I need to create some more slack in the tent. And success. All right, so as you can see right there, it has been pulled out. So I'm going to go ahead and go up there and retrieve it. And now once this gets cut down, I suspect these are going to be easier. We'll see. But yeah, so ratchet straps pulling on that angle there. Another ratchet strap pulling on this angle here. There and there. So kind of pulling these two apart, and then I went ahead and got a strap as well as a hook from and a rope, and just kind of pulled on that end until it came out. So it's out now. All right, so I went ahead and took off about an inch and a half. I wanted to actually be a little bit on the aggressive side, and so that's what the end looks like. I'm going to go ahead and pop it back in here, and should be a lot easier. In fact, I'm pretty sure it'll be easier than what I was going through before. So let's go ahead and pop it back in. All right, and as I release the tension on these, that should close it in on that nice and tight. So I'm going to go ahead and release the ratchet straps at both ends, and then it'll close it tight. So success. I can't do any more than this today, just because the battery in my grinder is needs to be recharged. I only have one battery for that brand, so we'll go ahead and do the other two tomorrow. But at least we got this one done. This is going to be the hardest one. These two I don't even have to get up on a ladder, so that'll be cool.